What's cooking good looking? Welcome back to Game Mode 4.0 and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something completely different. Now I'm taking a look at something called the TRAMSIM Vienna, meaning I'll be attempting to drive a tram in Vienna. And this game was released back in 2020, I believe it is. So back then it didn't get the best of reviews. There was a couple of issues, but I wanted to take a look now, 3 years later, to see what has changed. And a lot has changed, thankfully. So I'm going to attempt a little timetable event here. That means, you know, we're doing a route, basically. Today we're doing the route number 1. Right on, that starts at 12:31, I think it is. So time now is 12. So apparently what you have to do is you have to go in here and dial it close to, I'm thinking, gosh, 12:25. That will give me some time. Maybe 20. Well, when was it? 10:31. So okay. 25. Enter. And now I think that's all right. That's good. Anyway, back to the game. So here we are inside the game. The game looks absolutely beautiful. And back then in 2020, when it first was released, the major problem was we couldn't map any buttons. So you had to stick with the controller layout the devs thought were fitting, and it was horrendous. Luckily this have changed. There's a lot more things we can interact with now when it comes to the interior here. There's a lot of button and switches and whatnot. So and of course, let it be said, I have no idea what I'm doing, but the good thing is GameHot is a fast learner. And it's all about having to adapt and overcome. And another good thing is GameHot can basically drive anything with a wheel and some things without a steering wheel. Like this tram, for instance. So time is now, what? -6. So it's 12:26. That's correct. Let's take a look at the outside here. That's kind of cool. Okay, the pantograph, which is, there we go, a couple of interior views there. We go number 4, we get free view, or free mode, or whatever the hell it's called. But the cool thing is, now the pantograph, that thing, I'm gonna click it O. So you see now, I am disconnected from the line. So apparently that's called a pantograph. And O is to raise it up and down. Okay? Which is kind of cool. I'm going to jump back in my cab here. And what's interesting also is the game gives you very little to go off of. You know, everything is in German, basically. And it sort of just throws you right in there. That's my interior light, cab view light, so that's K, and I believe L is for the cab, the rest of the cab basically, or the train. All right, 4.5 minutes before we're gonna embark on our journey. Right, so everything seems to be all right though. And as I said, I have no idea what I'm doing here, but I thought this was kind of cool though, because over here we got a key ignition thing, and this thing, I think this has to do with some sort of power consumption or different power systems. So I think, you know, sometimes we have to switch over to the power. I don't know how to explain it, but you can see here 25.2 volt, 695 volt on the main line. So sometimes we have to mess about there. So we got 4 minutes, but we're just gonna go ahead and start this bad boy up. Everything is closed now. The doors are already shut. I got no problems there. And also, this game is probably intended to be played in VR, virtual reality. Because in the beginning, it was not without problems, because it launched Steam VR when I tried to first fire up the game. And it was so bad that even when I set the game to launch on, you know, just a monitor mode, and without VR, it still fired up Steam VR. So what ended up happening is the game kept crashing. So what I had to do is, you sort of have to trick Steam into believing that Steam VR is not installed. And the easiest way to do that is locate your Steam VR folder, usually under Steam, Common, or Steam Apps, Common, and then Steam VR. And all you do is you just change the name on the Steam VR folder. So for instance, I just named it Steam VR and I added off, the word off, on the map folder, okay? Second problem we had was the fact that even now in 2020, the game kept on crashing and I was getting very frustrated. So it turns out, if you have any peripherals, any USB things connected to your computer, like a steering wheel, button boxes, gear shifters, all that good stuff, start by unplugging these. And that's exactly what I had to do as well. I basically ended up unplugging everything. And then I was finally let into the game, and it worked. So, I mean, this is unacceptable, especially in 2020. I should not have to unplug every device just to play the game. And just because the people behind it decided that it was not worthwhile fixing that problem, you know. They didn't even address it, so that's a little bit sad. But the thing is, it's quite simple though, okay? So first off, what I did there is I clicked on the Q button for Quebec, and you can see here's the speedometer. This is in kilometers, and if I click the Q again, you will notice that my lever goes up, and notice that little yellow bar thing there. Can you see that? That is basically the acceleration of the tram. Click on A to bring the lever into neutral, basically. Now we're just rolling forward. And now we're coming up to the first station. We got 30 seconds to go, half a minute. So, oh, what? A wheelchair user. Oh, yeah, great. So now we're gonna have to stop on the mark there. There we go, perfect. And what we do now is, now I will click on number 1 on the numpad. Basically what this does is, that little blue light indicates that the passengers can now freely operate the doors, right? So now the door openers on the tram are activated. They can come and go as they please, right? So also it was funny because I noticed this wheelchair user and I was looking all over my tram here for the button. Where's the ramp button? And I saw this thing over here. Tried to click on that. I couldn't figure it out. I ended up pushing everything. Turns out, click on E to get out of your seat. Open the door. Right. I probably have to... Can I like... There we go. And it turns out I manually had to... Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah? What? Can we like, please? No? There we go. Oh God, locked myself out. Yeah, so you manually have to lower that thing or open it for him, right? And then he can roll right in. Okay. That's kind of interesting. I did not know, man. How the hell was I supposed to know that? Okay, that's something. I don't know what that does, but I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna jump back in my suite. No, whatever. We're back, and now the doors are basically armed. That's what I should have called it. The doors are armed. We're a little late, so I'm gonna arm them. So now the doors are closed, and we may proceed. Okay. So, hello. Oh, sorry, I was pushing the wrong buttons. Right, okay. So again, I'm using Q for Quebec. A is to put the lever back in neutral. Z for Sierra is to slow down. Okay, you might have to map the Z button though. And then use numpad 1 on the numpad is to arm the doors. Numpad button or number 3 on the numpad is to disarm or close all the doors. Okay? But how about this, y'all? I'm freaking driving a tram in beautiful Vienna, and I have to say that the game looks all right though. Okay? It really does. Doesn't look too bad. And keep in mind, as I said, this game is probably best played in VR. Oh, that was probably me just breaking a little hard. Sorry. There we go. Right on. So again, I'm just gonna arm the doors. Here we go. Let the people on board. Mm-hmm. Everyone is good. Now the only thing I haven't figured out though is I haven't figured out when that geezer in the wheelchair is wanting off. Okay, so we have a go light. So, oh shit! Now you have to unarm the. And up there, you see those thing, 2 dots like that, in a line forward. That means I can go. Means I have a green light, basically. I see that there might be a problem with the. Oh yeah, that's me speeding. What the hell am I doing here? Why am I speeding? Sorry about that. There might be something with the lines here as well. Got a warning light there, so. Shut up. Let me just see what this is all about. Okay, nothing. Okay, I'm gonna do like that. People are getting off, and again, I have no idea. How do I know, my boy? When do you want to get off? You want to get off now, or are you good? I don't know, man. Let's see. No, it's not your stop. Okay, no problem, man. Sorry, I'm just checking on you, sir. Have a wonderful day, man. God loves you. Okay. Back in the seat. Remember to. Where am I? 2.03 minutes late. That's not good. But right now, it's telling me to don't go. Stop. Those 3 in a line like that means stop. We have a red light. Oh, there we go. We can now hang a left. So that's good. You see that? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hang a left, and I'm gonna put on my blinkers because I'm making a right turn. There we go. Ooh, the Knöllgasse. I like that, the Knöllgasse. Oh man, this... I do see that. How do I manage to do that? My keyboard is a little bit sensitive. Oh, and I'm also expecting a delivery of a new keyboard today. It's apparently some sort of... That's a good stop. I'm expecting some sort of Mount Everest thingamabob. So I'm interested to see if that's going to show up. Oh, and Rual, our good friend on the channel, I have to give a shout out to him. I don't know if he'll be watching this nonsense, but you know, he's been a phenomenal dude as well. Always in such a good mood, always being positive, and I don't know how he does it, but it's absolutely phenomenal. And apparently he wanted to send us a little something as well. So I guess you could say Christmas came early for Game Mod. Okay, anyway, let me just disarm the doors, make sure those are closed, and I'm just gonna roll on forward, boys. And what I like to do is I like to keep that yellow thing like that to the first level, basically, you see? And I usually don't go over that. That seems to work though, because I mean the speed limit is probably around, you know, 30, 40.
Maxleinsdorfer Platz. Umsteigen zu 618 in Richtung Burggasse, Stadthalle 62 in Richtung Leins 14a. Badener Bahn nach Baden.
Next station. I'm gonna make a stop here. Oh, that was a pretty smooth stop. So, what else can I say? Well, back in 2020, when the game was first released, we only had one line. So currently there is, in the base game, there is only one line we can drive, right? So you can basically drive it up and down, so back and forth. However, it will take you about 50 minutes to do so in real life. Okay, I don't ask me. I told y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, but I got the train rolling, so there's that. So what was? Oh God! Please wait, guys. There we go. I don't need to kill anyone. Not on my first day on the job, and I'm already 6 minutes late. Yeah. Hold on. All aboard. And you have, of course, you know, indicator lights. You see that? Blinking there. So that's kind of cool, but it's I have to say though, it's a super relaxing game though, and yeah, we were talking a little bit about the fact that there's currently only one line we can drive and one tram, so in the standalone game basically, but there have been a few DLCs coming along. So for instance, I think there's at least 3 different DLCs where you can purchase more trams, meaning trains or whatever you want to call them, trams. So at least I saw one old school one, you know, one of the first trams. You can drive that one, and another one, and also I believe München is a line now or something like that. You can drive there as well. So a little map extension. So at least there's a little bit more content here now, but you do have to ask yourself though if it's going to be worth the asking price. I think it's about what, $20 or something? Because I'm thinking about, you know, the replay value. How many times do you want to drive up and down the same line? So you gotta ask yourself that. But as of now, oh, ignore 10 signals. That's not good. You see, that's a stop sign right there. So I ignore that. That's okay. Yeah. I'm definitely not keeping my job, that's for sure. You see, everything goes wrong when I try to make a big video and I have to speak and I have to drive and talk and all that nonsense at the same time and pay attention to the game. You know, that's when it goes wrong. Are y'all going or yeah? See, that could have been a major accident if I decided to just, you know, crack on. But anyway, that was a quick look at TRAMSIM Vienna. The game is available on Steam, and you decide if it's worth your while, okay? But I want to say thank you for coming on this little tram ride with me, and I might do more though. Let me know if you would like to see more. Hopefully I'll do a little bit better, okay? This was, you know, I'm just trying to figure this shit out, but I didn't do too bad though. Okay? Oh, and thank you ever so much for subscribing.